a free spirit. A free spirit? Watching something just now where I talking about how I was walking down the Silk Road, you know. I said, geez, oh man, I was walking down the Silk Road. The interesting thing is that me walking down the Silk Road to get to Jayuguan, to the temple, to the fucking borderline where the Great Wall ends in a clay mud heap. You know, you see it all beautiful in Beijing, but down there at Jayuguan, it's just a mud clay fucking heap that dwindles down, and then there's a railroad tracks. I was standing there going, ah! Look at all the people looking outside the window. How often do they see me? They're going, Jesus, look up. There's another one of them. Ah! I've fished Alaska. I've been down a trail of war and peace, you know. Been to Iraq, Iraq, and I've spent 7 days in Tibet. It took Brad Pitt 7 years to figure out what I could get out of 7 days. All I can say is he should have been thinking for himself. Don't just believe what they put on the paper for you to read, and Fuchu. This is a game. And it makes perfect sense. You take the book out. You got the bamboo for your ballot. And you're supposed to just, you shake the shit out of it. And there's one stick that's gonna fall out. And cut it. And if more than one stick falls out, it doesn't count. I think you could see there was just one stick that fell out. I'm good at the game of Fuchu. I can't put the cap on it. I was talking about Brad Pitt. I was talking about a parrot. And if this is the one that comes up right now, you should like, share, and subscribe, because that means I'm a magic man. What did I get with this bamboo stick right here? It's got numbers on the ends of it. It's got all that, if anybody knows Fuchu. I can hardly read this. I'm sorry to leave you alone. I'm reading over here. That's the weirdest thing. There's supposed to be like Chinese numbers and English numbers, and I think this one is 30. It's in a weird place. It was supposed to be in a simple place. Everything was supposed to be simple. And somehow the world changed. So we got 30. We opened this book. And I was supposed to make a wish before I shook that bamboo out. but I don't make wishes. I've always thought that, if you're gonna wish for something, don't waste your energy wishing on it. Just do it, So I don't like to make a wish before I shake out the bamboo, though the rules say you're supposed to. I didn't make one. Things just happened. And so you open it up to this, and you've got number 30, and it says, your fortune. The sticks say 30, and that is good. But still, you'd better knock on wood. I can knock on bamboo. What that's saying is, don't just say, this is great, I'm great, everything's great. Because the wood gods, when you knock on wood, the spirit of the wood gods, you call on the spirit of the wood gods, and you apologize for making it too obvious how happy you are that things are going well for you. It's like braggadocio. And so that's what it says. You'd still better knock on wood. Say, please forgive me, such things. You rely too much on first impressions. Reconsider and look again. You can win both fame and riches if you learn to handle men. I didn't know I was going to be a gay prostitute, but that's what that says there, I suppose. It's a good thing I got out of China. I could have really gone against my own personal inclinations if I'd been playing Fuchu in a mahjong joint, doing fucking opium in a den, and got out of there. You will be bruised by physical contact. Fight coming. Interesting thing is I played soccer the other night and I spent a couple of days sore, and then I just went bowling, so that's going to be a different kind of sore, and I've been just fucking pressing my mind lately, and so that's a different kind of sore. I have been getting bruised physically. What do they know? I will be bruised by physical contact. Answer to my wish? Sorry. My wish must be denied. And do you see what that means? It's not always good news, but that's good news. I just got done telling you how I don't make wishes, because if I want something, I'd better do it myself. But this says, my wish will be denied. What's that say? That says, I just said, I don't want a wish. I don't want a wish. I gave it up. And the fact that it gives me a thing saying my wish won't be upheld, it's just giving me whatever I might want next. It says, you said you didn't want this, I'm giving it to you, whether you like it or not. Fuchu. 246. I got all the bamboo you'll ever need. Free spirit. So all we're doing is talking about this. Done this, done that, done that, done that. You see videos on things saying how you can travel for cheap. I don't buy it. People don't believe you can do it. People say, that's a rich girl living off the old man's money. She's a bitch girl. She's gone too far. You don't like it anyway. People don't want to believe you can travel for cheap. But I say you can. But those people that are telling you you can, they're not making their own way. You just get up and go. Somebody calls you a direction, you follow it. You say, why not? I'm not doing anything here. And you go. And you pick up a job wherever you're at. Because as long as you're young and strong and healthy, you will always be able to make your own money. You will always be able to make your own way. And so you do these things and you go and you go and you go. And you've seen everything you need to see outside. So you drop back and you look inside and you find there's room for others inside. And so you come here. You get Scott Howard in Cleveland when I went to see him on a 2-month trip out of Gaylord, Michigan to San Jose, picking up bums and stopping in places, watching the Super Bowl with relatives in Mississippi, staying in some place in outside the Muscle Shoals. Found out the Muscle Shoals were a real place, you know. There's a Leonard Skinner song or something they sing about the Muscle Shoals. I thought it was a blues band, but as it turns out, it's a place right there outside of Florence. You make your way. You stop in Texas for a month. Find out drinking water out of a windmill in Texas. In this job I took, I went to the equal opportunity employee, whatever the hell they call it. I went to the place where they have jobs and got a job and drinking out of the windmill and standing, and I go, ooh, vertigo. And it makes you stupid. And I almost fell off the ladder, and it lasted like weeks. And John, he went by, but he looked more like a Juan to me. He went by John. He drank out of it after I'd been drinking out of it for a couple days because it was so good. Fucking pump the windmill, drink that water, be free. And after I started having my fucking symptoms, he started getting them too. I mean, you know, you travel along. You move through Texas. Fuck Texas. There's a reason they have so many problems down there with trying to figure out what makes sense. There's something in the water. And so Scott Howard says to me one day, when I stopped along that trip on that way out where I hitchhiked and gave bums rides and car broke down and left it behind and just rolled into San Jose 2 months later. You know, these are things. He said, before all that, he said, "You're a free spirit." And I said, and he didn't say that until we'd already been in the bar. And there were two ugly girls in Cleveland. I don't know how it happened. There happened to be two ugly girls in Cleveland. I thought they were all beautiful. I don't know. And the one said, showed me her boobs. Right there in the middle of the bar as we were just standing there talking. I wasn't even supposed to be there. And he looked at me afterwards. He said, "That girl showed you her tits." I said, "Well, that happens all the time." He said, "You're a free spirit." What is a free spirit, though? A free spirit, I suppose, is somebody that's not tied down by the things they've told us to be tied down by. A free spirit may actually be an empty soul. There's no regret from just walking away from situations. I've had a plan my whole life. But a free spirit, that makes the world yours. It makes the world mine. This is my domain. Look at how scientists come up with stuff, and next thing you know, it's everyday life. This is the same thing explorers did way back then. They went away, and it was like you're supposed to have everyday life with the things that they struggled to do. We get to see things. This is my domain. We can just wiggle around each other, exploring this very planet until we have more to look at. Like worms in a hole, like a mushroom in love.